And if it is opened up and I am really this color, this is not the color you're supposed to be.
Don't close your eyes to get away. Just make my mind and I'll arrange it. Beautiful girl, you're stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be painless, yeah.
Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shanice. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for being here. Today we're gonna do a girl talk. Get ready with me. We're gonna be going in on the face today. We're gonna be zooming in on this face today because I just found out that this camera looks way better zoomed in than zoomed out. Okay, in this get ready with me, it's for a picture that I'm gonna take. What's new. I'm boring. I don't know when the last time is that I wore makeup, bro. 12 days ago? Is that what it said? I do use a damp. This is not that. This is just to get ready with me. So I'm not really going to be speaking on the products or how I'm using them. Just using them. I want to get paid to do that. So pay me to do that. If you want to pay me, Clinique, to do that, we can talk. So this is really going to be off the top. It's very unfiltered me right now. Take everything with a grain of salt that I say. Because I can be very judgy and be very quick to point the finger and have like 5 pointing right back at me. Okay, so like don't think that I don't know that I'm not perfect or that I do mess up. So one question is dating multiple people at the same time. Excuse me, I have a little speech impediment as well. If you didn't notice, if you don't know, now you know. So dating multiple people, you can choose to date multiple people. I'm gonna speak from my experience, okay? I have been in many relationships, a lot of relationships, and I'm not really happy to say that. But because I have, when I was younger, I did prefer dating multiple people because I'm not settling down with anybody, right? So there's that. If you don't want to take anybody serious, go ahead, date multiple people. But if you do want to take somebody serious, I think that you're gonna have to sift through your dating little realm you have going on and see who's really worth see who's really worth your time, and then just date that one person. Yo, did I use too much? I don't think so. I just think it's picking up so heavy. Maybe not. Maybe. What if my face comes out looking busted? 2 a.m. in the morning, where you been? All right, I'm letting this sit. I don't know why. I should have been wiped it off. Hi there. Hey, yes, open up. Open up. And if it is opened up and I am really this color, this is not the color you're supposed to be. Okay, so let us tone it down. Okay, so dating multiple people, right? When you want to take somebody serious, I feel like you have to. How can you take somebody serious if you have your attention every which way? Like, no, you gotta really focus on one person. And that, I'm not a dating expert or anything like that, but I'm just feel like the way that I have tried things has not worked out. So now I'm trying it a different way. And I can speak from the way that I used to try things and the way that I'm trying things now, if that makes any sense at all. Yeah, when I was dating a lot of people, I really didn't care about much. I liked the attention. It was a distraction for me. It was a distraction. That's what attention usually is, a big distraction. And that's why I feel like I don't have it right now, because God does not want me to be distracted, girl. Like, that's how I feel. Because even now, the things that I would do, like when I am dating somebody, The things that I would normally have no problem doing, I don't do. And that is out of, if you can grasp what I'm saying, that's out of the norm for me, right? So I'm changing my approach to dating to myself, because the way I did try, like, being the best girl, being the one that's always there, being the one to be like, okay, I understand, in which, you know, I did understand, but what am I getting at here? It's a tension thing. But when you want to start to get more serious with your life and your legacy, you have to consider doing things a different way. Like, that's what I get from it, at least. The next question, advice on missing an ex. That is juicy. I'm sad. Advice on missing an ex. So there's levels to the ex thing. There's levels of an ex. You can miss your ex from afar. You have to give yourself an opportunity to ignite that detachment that you have with your ex. And that can take a minute. You gotta be kind to yourself. It's like you are mourning a person that's still alive. And grieving, you can never tell somebody how long to grieve. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna miss them. It's inevitable. Now, if you act on missing them, that is another thing. You have to be mature and not do that when you know you should not be interacting with them or contacting them or trying anything new with them. This is too dark. What are we gonna do, Bob? Yeah, if you act on missing them, I don't know how conducive that would be for you to be progressive in life. Honestly speaking, give yourself time to grieve and mourn. Don't open that Pandora's box up like that, girl. When you know better, you do better. And we are the people that do better, okay? We have to be a part of that group. The 5%ers, the 2%ers, whatever. So that's the ex thing. I don't dib and dab with that no more. I used to. Oh, we're going back to that. No, we don't do that. It's a waste in my experience, a waste. Like, don't get me wrong, you still have love for people. You still respect and care for them. But on another level, for me, this is how I feel. I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. hydrating primer mist. When my face feels too dry, I like to wet it up. You could use water. I wouldn't, because water probably splash, and not dry up properly. Missing the ex thing. Like, you can, and maybe you can be cool with, I'm cool with exes, but it's been an ample amount of time in between the relationship that I've had with them that I've become cool with them. The most recent ones, not so much. But I'm a cool ass ex. I do not bother you. I don't. No. I don't bother anybody, but I'm open to like conversation and stuff like that. It'd be cool. I'm a very good homegirl. Okay, next question. Right, so be kind to yourself. Mourning your ex, you go through the motions. The excessive eating or the loss of appetite, the overly saddenness, like not being able to concentrate on always thinking about what that person could possibly be doing. Yeah, it's a grieving. You're breaking it. breaking it. Cause it didn't work out. God got more for you. And the longer you keep that attachment to that person, the longer you miss your blessing. This is what I've learned, okay? The longer you miss your blessing. And you're doing it to yourself. How about those cookies? You feel me? Sure. The next question is, do you like you? Do you like you? That's a good question. I like the person that I am today. Did I like the person that I was a year ago? The me today? Do I like what I see looking back? For the most part, no, because I was a very selfish girl. She was very selfish, very vindictive, very vengeful, right? Vindictive, vengeful, same difference. I didn't like who I was. I had to grow to be a person that was more understanding. Do you like you? You have to like be able to look at yourself in the mirror and be able to like who you see looking back at you for real. And I don't know how I missed it back then. Very blind, I guess. But I did not like the person that people have described me to be. Or when I hear like, you know, when you forget something and somebody remembers something about you and you be like, I did that? No, I don't want to be that type of person. So yeah, no, I did not like me. The me looking at me a year or so ago, right? But now I do. I'm more patient. I'm more secure within myself. I'm a more faith-based me now. So now y'all like me. And if you don't, I don't know, sorry. Whatever I did, I'm sorry. Forgiving exes, that's what it says. Let that hurt go, right? You forgive. You're only stopping yourself from growing if you don't forgive. And this is going beyond exes. This is just people altogether. You are stopping yourself from growing if you don't let that grudge go. All tins across the board. A sin is a sin, no matter if it was killing or if it was stealing some chips from the store. A sin is a sin. Who are you to not be able to forgive somebody that did anything to you when you have done so many things to other people, or when you are not perfect? And how many times has God forgiven you for acting ungodly, right? So a sin is a sin. Are you better than God? What? Forgive them, let that hurt go. We are human, right? We make mistakes. Yes, the hurt. The immediate hurt? Yeah, girl. I don't know. You know. I wish I had a quicker healing process. Was able to forgive instead of like harping on like, why did you do that to me? All right, so I just put a little highlight on my nose right there. The next question is, block or ghost? Block or ghost? Would I rather be blocked or would I rather be ghosted? Or, okay, this is a topic. I have been ghosted and I have ghosted. I do a lot of ghosting to people that I don't care about. So I have to like pay attention to that when it happens to me. How did we get here, right? I noticed that God has been opening my eyes to me and my actions and how I would treat people, men especially, and I was very, very heartless, and I don't want to move in that light anymore because that is setting up karma arithmetic for me. And I have noticed that in my actions and how people have treated me and how I've treated people. I would rather not do that anymore. I would rather not ghost. I'd rather just keep it a buck. Like, oh, I don't see this going anywhere. So like, let me just be honest with you instead of just leading you on or misleading you for their attention. As far as blocking, I don't block people unless you have done something totally like ruthless, like you violated. I'm just really toning down my face and putting the Bare Minerals powder foundation all over. I haven't have the need to block anybody, right? Unless you violated me. I'm okay with not hitting your phone up. It's if you start calling me and bugging me, then I feel like, all right, you gotta go. You gotta go. I'm doing too much. You are disturbing my peace. So yeah. Have I ever been blocked? Yeah. Like what? Have I ever been ghosted? Yeah. I don't understand the thing when people bother you though. That part of being ghosted I don't get, because I don't bother people. But like, what was the point in pursuing anything if, like what? I didn't get it, but whatever. Some things are just not meant for you to understand, and you have to be okay with that. Seriously, let me do my lip. What are red flags is the question. And then it also has what are green flags. So I don't know if we have time to answer both of them, then we'll answer both. Red flags to me are people who don't communicate well. Non-communicative people are red flags. People who act like they cannot talk to you, or they have no time for you and don't give you an explanation why. People who go high and then all of a sudden go low and you're like, what happened? And they cannot articulate anything to you. That's a red flag. Another red flag, people who don't wait their turn to talk. People who talk over you. In podcasts, I used to hate that. Like, how can y'all expect us to hear anything if everybody's talking over everybody? No, I don't like, that is a red flag. Braggadocious people. I don't like people who brag for no reason because you didn't do that. You didn't do that. That's like you put God in it. Or like, God saw me through this. No, this was God, and I knew. Unless it's like that, cool. But if it's like, no, I did this and I did it, you don't know where your spot comes from yet. And I don't look down on those people. It's just like, that's a red flag for me. Like, I need you to know where this is coming from and who it came from. It wasn't you. So the camera cut off. My battery died. Sorry. We're almost done. But I said braggadocious people. I think that's the last thing I left off on. I don't really like people who are not humble. I think that's a red flag. And that's just it. It's not talking about being confident and being cocky. It's just humility. That's about all I would require a person to have. The person always also asks what are green flags. Green flags are people who know people who communicate. People who can see things from different perspectives. People who are open to that, to different perspectives, because there are grown men or grown people, period, who have the mindset that it's their way or the highway, or anything they say goes. And it's not really that. Like, you have to be understanding and open to an array of different perspectives, different views. Okay, we're done for the most part here. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.